Hello everyone, Tony here bringing you a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile video. Happy New Year first and foremost. I hope you guys have had a good start to 2022 because let's be honest, 2021 was kind of hard for everybody. I'm gonna thank you guys for watching my channel over the last year, helping me grow to what it is now. 41 subscribers and hopefully it can keep going up. So my goal for this year is to hopefully upload a video every other week. So this will be starting in week 2, so let's see if I can keep the trend going. I am sorry for the slight delay in uploads. I did just get a new computer and a couple of webcams, so I'm hoping to expand on the type of content that I can provide for you guys. Hopefully podcasts, some gameplay videos, stuff like that. With that being said, I hope you all are, healthy, happy, and, in a good state of mental health because mental health is very serious nowadays. With that in mind, I also want to thank you guys for watching my last video. The Dark Magician video really did well. I wish you guys would go and support the previous video to that. It was hard getting Jeremiah to do the video, so he deserves some more love. So please go watch that video, leave some comments and stuff. So this is my take on the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. It's a work in progress. I've kind of tinkered with it a little bit over the last I want to say like week or so. So yeah, any criticism, suggestions, welcome in the comments. I do respond to every comment, so if you have anything to say, leave it down there and I will respond back to you. Alright, so we're going to start with the obvious poster child of the deck. It's 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. 3,000 attack is nothing to laugh at, whether it has an effect or not, and being able to summon him in so many different ways and now utilize him is a beautiful thing. So 3 of those. 2 Blue Eyes Alternative. I was playing this card at 3, but it felt dead at certain times, and I know it's weird to say because you just flash Blue Eyes White Dragon and just bring him out. But I'd rather see this card less and search for it in some cases, and dropping into 2 let me do that. 1 Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. So I was initially playing third alternative, but I wanted to try this out. When he special summon, you can search your deck for a poly or a ritual spell card. I kind of don't really use that effect. The second effect where you can banish him from the graveyard to give all your level 8 dragons 1,000 attack, just a lot of pressure. The card art is also insane too, 1 Dragon of White. This is really just to allow another access to Blue Eyes White Dragon through his own effect. It is a quick effect, mind you. And, spot removal is always good, so we do play 1 of those. So all of these, as of right now, are all trade-in targets, right? So we're counting, 7? There's a lot of them, so that kind of fell in with the theme of the deck. So now we're going to get into like some of the smaller stuff. 3 Sages with Eyes of Blue. You mainly use this for the second effect, where you can target an effect monster, send him to the graveyard, and special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. His first effect to normal summon him and search your deck for a light tuner is pretty solid too, because sometimes that'll let you play in stuff like Card of Consonance. So you're really just using it to filter out the Blue Eyes from your deck, but in some cases you will summon him. Not often though. 3 The White Stone of the Ancients. This card's great for various reasons. It'll let you grab cards from your graveyard that you could use. It lets you special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck during the end phase. So it's a pretty solid target for a lot of different effects, and filtering and recursion is always a good thing. So he's really just there for the tuner aspect too. That's something you can't forget, because synchros do play a part in this deck quite a bit. 1 The White Stone Legend. It is literally there to search for Blue Eyes. Because that's what it does. 2 Starleaf Safer. So there are some plays that you could do with this card in this deck that kind of help with the consistency. One of them is with this card right here, Galactic Spiral Dragon, where you send this to the graveyard, search your deck for a light dragon of your choosing. Or is it a light or dark? Double checking. Oh, so it's 1 dragon monster, so you can search for pretty much whatever you want. So yeah, most of the time you're going to discard like this card to search for, let's say, you can search for a Nebula. You can search for Chaos Dragon, Levinier. You can search for Chaos Emperor, because they're all level 8s. So this card gives you access to a lot of different cards in this deck that help with like combo pieces. But back into it. 2 Galactic Spiral Dragons. This is an extender of sorts. A lot of the time, you're gonna bring this out with Nebula Dragon. Other times, you can do what I said, discard it with Starly Safer and just search. If you have 2 light and or dark monsters on the field, so either or one of both, you can special summon them from the graveyard, or your hand, but banish when he leaves the field. However, he never really leaves the field because he's gonna go into Exceed material, and then you can just kind of reuse them once per turn. Chaos Dragon, Dragon of Armageddon. I haven't found an exact use for this in terms of its effect. It is a level 8, it's a dark monster, trade-in fodder, searchable through a few cards in his deck, and a light and dark banish to special summon to kind of be a beat stick isn't a bad deal. So he's still in the testing phase, but he may or may not come out. Like, this is still up in the air. 1 Chaos Dragon Lumineer. Going first with this card lets you extend because you're just going to banish all lights. If you somehow manage to banish all darks and take a card from your opponent's hand, that's great too because they start with -1. But yeah, another extender. Level 8, Dragon, searchable. Yeah, pretty good card. 2 Nebula Dragons because this card is amazing. So I will be playing this at 3 eventually. As of right now, I like him at 2, but I do plan on pushing him all the way to 3. With him, you reveal another level 8 dragon from your hand and special summon him, and the other effect is negated. However, he lets you go into nearly your entire Exceed deck because of, the Exceed portion of your deck because of the stuff that you can bring out with him. He's a great opening play. He's a great way to close the turn. I can't give this thing more praises. Level 8 light type, so again, it kind of just fits in with the chaos aspect of this. A single copy of the Chaos Raider. I love this card. Always. This is my favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. Like, period. I just love the creator. I love all incarnations of him. And he serves as a good purpose to extend plays. He lets me recycle certain cards with this effect as well because you send 2 back into the deck. So, he has a nice little niche here. He's one of the few ways that I use Abyss Dragon with when it comes to special summoning the monster and then searching my deck for a poly. So yeah, and then the last monster I play is 1 Red Eyes. This is Darkness Metal. Yeah, 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Just a 2800 beat stick. Lets me recycle certain dragon monsters. And it's non-targeting resurrection or special summoning period. So it's a great asset to have, right? Like there's no reason to not play it. Maybe this will be the 3rd Nebula. I don't know. As of right now, I like this card in here. 3 copies of the Melody of Awakening Dragon. It's like playing Reinforcement of the Army, search level 4 monster, level 4 warrior monster or less. Great. Discard 1 card to search your deck for 2 dragons of your choosing, essentially, is awesome. So, you search for a dragon monster with 3,000 more attack and 2,500 defense or less, which means that your targets vary from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 targets. So you play 2 of those, you pull 4 cards out of your deck, basically. And, well, you can only really use this twice, because by the time you hit the 3rd one, you're probably not going to need it. It's still a great way to, like, filter your deck, grab the stuff that you want, and just kind of, like, make big plays with it. It's a really, really good card. Great way to open a turn as well. It'll let you set cards in your hand as well that you might not necessarily want in your hand, right? Like, you can send this to the graveyard if you don't have cards of consonants. Now you search for 3 cards. You can send this to the graveyard, right? And kind of set up your banish to power up your level 8 dragons, right? Yeah, like overall, it just has really good utility in this deck. Highly recommend at 3, although you could probably get away with 2. Next 3, Return of the Dragon Lords. Monster Reborn with a graveyard effect that says protect your dragons. So, the thing with this that makes this awesome is the fact that if it's like a dark hole kind of situation, you can remove 1 to protect all your dragons, right? And I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, if a dragon, so it's not even restricted to like the level 8 because this revives a level 8, level 7 or 8 dragon type, but the protection effect protects all dragons. So it's like a track card built into a Monster Reborn that protects yourself. It's insane. Like my body as a Monster Reborn, maybe. that's a quick play. But you know what I mean. 3 trade-ins because a bulk of this deck is level 8 and drawing cards is fun. 1 Bingo Machine Go. I do play very minimal cards in this deck that require a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I felt like as a 1-up, this kind of does what you need it to do in terms of filtering and giving you options and just kind of changing your hand up. This could be Upstart Goblin if you want it to be, or it could be a second card of Consonance. I like that card though. I play 1 copy of 1 card of Consonance. I do play 4 Dragon Tuners that I can use with this, but making sure I have the Dragon Tuners and then drawing this, it just kind of felt eh. You could probably get away with not playing this at all. At 1, it feels fine. I kind of prefer to play this as a 1-up as well, which is Piercing the Darkness. This card has become easily one of my favorite cards from that Collector's 10 set, because decks like Dark Magician, Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, all kind of had the same problem where, like, the main monster didn't really do anything. Red Eyes less than, because now it's a whole archetype. But Blue Eyes and Dark Magician need stuff like this. So what this does is when you special summon a level 7 or higher normal monster, you draw a card, right? Cool. When you use that, like a normal monster, level 7 or higher, for a Ritual, Exceed, Synchro, Fusion material, that monster that you bring out has an innate Honest-like effect where anytime your opponent battles that monster, whether you're declaring the attack or they are, they gain the attack of the monster that you used for it, that normal monster. So whatever Exceed, Synchro that I use Blue Eyes with this on the field, gets an additional 3,000 attack points, which is absolutely insane. As a 1-up does not hurt you, and if I could play 3 and it not disrupt my deck, I would. It's an awesome card. Then the 1 copy of Polymerization for the 3 fusions that I can go into. You know, just fusion stuff. Playing a single copy of True Light. If this card was like Eternal Soul, this card would be way better. Your opponent can't target your Blue Eyes White Dragon monsters with card effects, but they're still affected by card effects. Whereas Eternal Soul, like Blanket, protects Dark Magician. This doesn't give that same kind of value. It's a Monster Reborn, or it's a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, essentially in trap form, but if this goes, all your monsters die. So where that Gambit can be less effective towards Dark Magician because of the amount of recovery that deck has, unless you have a copy of where is it? Return of the Dragon Lords in a graveyard. This card is very dangerous, and you need to mind the way that you use it. And then the last card of the main deck is the Ultimate Creature of Destruction. I love this card for the simple fact that I can use it twice. It protects your Blue Eyes from, you know, everything else. And any monster that battles it dies, and if you special summon a Blue Eyes while this is in the graveyard, you can set it again but banish it the next time it goes. So it's a nice blanket coverage in terms of being able to protect it from everything, and it doesn't hurt to be able to use something like this twice because of how strong it is. A 1-of is perfect. Going to the extra deck now, I'm going to start with fusions and then work my way back by generation. First of the Dragons. This is an all-around good fusion to have if you're playing any deck that plays normal monsters in the way that this does. This could work in Dark Magician. This could work in this deck pretty well too. And I would assume Red Eyes to an extent, but Red Eyes again is a full deck that really doesn't need stuff like this. Being that the game is super effect heavy, unless your opponent has a trap card to negate his effect or a spell card that will get rid of this, like, he's good. The only downside is that Destroy Phoenix Enforcer does kind of weaken him a little bit, I believe anyway. Let me just double check. Oh no, he's unaffected by Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. So he could actually run over Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, but Destroy Phoenix Enforcer is just coming back. I mean, it's a good way to stall, I guess, against it, but I like this card overall. 1 Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. This card can attack twice and banish the monsters that he battles. He can't be destroyed by battle, which is a great effect to have too. I'm pretty sure he's a graveyard effect, but I don't really use it. No. Alright, so I'm thinking about the other, the Neo Ultimate Dragon. Then I do play a copy of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. So I like this card being able to just kind of destroy stuff on the field, and then if you use alternative Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can pop 3 cards. I haven't really brought this out yet. These two I have. This one I have not. Maybe I'll wind up playing Dragon's Mirror to kind of make it easier. But I'm not really a fan of mass banishing my monsters from the graveyard like that. So that's why I haven't gone that route yet, but it could get there. Now the Synchros. 1 Baron to floor. So I initially put this in here as a meme, but then I found like a really good synergy with Azure Blue Eyes, Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, yeah, right. So you already know Baron has negation, right? So most of the time, the only way you're gonna be able to bring this out is by actually using this for a fusion material, synchro material, excuse me. So you'll like synchro into this, protect yourself, whatever. Next turn, normal summon a level 1 tuner, synchro with this, and then bring this out, right? So this has a negate effect once per turn during either player's turn. During your standby phase, however, you can send this back to the extra deck to special summon a level 9 or lower monster from your graveyard. So you can actually special summon this and then activate his effect to special summon a level 8. Well, you're essentially going to summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon again. But I thought that this little thing was cool because you can essentially play this, special summon this, and every time you special summoned, your dragon-type monsters cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Well, by card effects, period, until the end of the next turn, meaning your opponent's turn. Right? So you can special summon this, and if you have another level 1 tuner in your hand, or you can normal summon it again, bring out Baron, have the negate there, the protection for your dragon monsters, and then again during the next standby phase, do it again. So it was a cute little trick that you could do. Then we also do play Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. It's good anti-graveyard stuff, and it lets you go into other synchros that I can't actually synchro for. The targets I normally go for are Black Rose, Moonlight Dragon. Spot removal, really good. The only problem when it comes out by this effect is that it dies during the end phase, and then start a Spark. I'm pretty sure Spark's own effect would get around the effect to destroy itself during the end phase. But even then, like Spark is only, I really only go into Spark to like on my opponent's turn to kind of defend plays that I can't defend normally. 1 Vermilion Dragon Mech. What is it? Yeah, Vermilion Dragon Mech. With the amount of tuners I play in this, like literally a Blue Eyes in this brings out, something that could pop a card per turn every time I banish a tuner from the graveyard. So, I mean, he's just kind of here for spot removal. Sometimes he gets me out of certain messes because he kind of forces a reaction from the opponent. To the Exceeds now. We are playing number 92 Heart Earth Dragon. This is a German copy of it. I cannot read the effect to you, but I can't read the effect off of this because I don't speak German. However, his effect essentially, he can't be destroyed by battle. Any battle you would take, any damage you would take involving this card, your opponent takes instead. Then during your opponent's end phase, you can banish. You can detach a material from him and banish all your opponent's monsters that were normal summoned or special summoned or set during the end phase. So he kind of could turn your opponent's whole turn off if they don't deal with him appropriately. If he dies while attached with something, you can special summon the attached material, I believe. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's how he works. So yes, he's a rank 9 Exceed. The way I normally bring him out is with Dragluvion. And what Dragluvion does is you can detach a material from him, special summon 2 number Exceeds from your extra deck. Well, no, you special summon 1 and attach a different number Exceed. So I do play quite a few number Exceeds. I also play Numeron Dragon. I play Utopic Dragon. I play Hope Harbinger. And of these, this is the only one I can actually Exceed summon with 2 level 8s. This is a good Floodgate. Protects your board from battle. You detach with him, and your opponent's forced to fight to fight him. If your opponent activates a spell card, you can negate it and then attach the spell card to him. These are just here for muscle reasons and other targets for Dragluvion. The other Exceed monster I do play is Divine Dragon Knight Felgren. I like quick effects like this that have overall like blanket effects from multiple things. So you detach, target a card, it's unaffected by everything, quick effect. And he's unaffected by everything, but the card's effect's negated. But being unaffected by everything kinda makes it broken, if that makes sense. So it's like I can detach, target, like, you know, my blue eyes or my alternative or whatever I have on the field that I want to protect, and he'll do it in a timely manner. And then the one Link monster I do play is Heretics Seal. I like this card for being able to take stuff off your opponent's board, and it gives you a blue eyes from the deck after I do it. But yeah, so this is the deck list. Very, very bare bones. Nothing super flashy, but it is super fun to play. Sounds like I'm out of breath right now because I'm talking kind of fast because I don't want this video to go for too long. I haven't done this in a while. So with that in mind, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you stuck it out this long, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.